Hey everybody, Grumpy Gaming Dad here, how are we all doing? Back on the Dalton Highway in the Volvo VNL670. This is episode 8 now, wow, look at that. And we've got a journey where we're taking iron pipes, 18 tonnes of those, up from pump station 6 to Chandler station. Yesterday saw us continuing our journey up. Yesterday was leg 2. Today's going to be leg 3. It's a long journey. You just about see the blue dot there. That's where we currently are. Unfortunately, we can't zoom in much more because of the zoom issues with the map. But we zoom out. And a quick recap. We started at Fairbanks. What's that? 7 episodes ago now. Started at Fairbanks. We've been working our way up north. Up the Dalton Highway. The Dalton Highway started living good there. And we're on the Dalton. And we're working our way up with the ultimate view to get to Dead Horse up near Prudhoe Bay. Yesterday was kind of good. We drove around, saw some landmarks. We had a little mooch around the 7 Mile station. We found the snack bar site. Where was it? It's not actually marked on the map. One of these rest stops is a proper kind of rest area. There's permanent buildings there, place to eat. It's a company spot. Had a little look around there. That was nice. But we're cracking on today. We are. Let's find the marker. We haven't quite reached Prospect Creek. There we are, with that little blue dot there. We're going to go past Prospect Creek and we're going to continue working our way up. Maybe we reach Coldfoot today. I'm not sure. The road's kind of twisty, as you can see, coming up. Yesterday was also good. We went over the Beaver Slide, which is a famous landmark. And we also passed into the Arctic Circle, which was kind of exciting. That was all good fun. But we can't hang around talking because we need to drive. We need to get a good average speed and maintain it because it's a long journey. As you may have realised, this map is 1:1 scale. Make sure my gearbox is working, make sure my pedals are set. There we go. So that means every mile we drive is a real mile. There's no time compression here. We are in it for the long haul. This Volvo VNL670, this is the Aradeth mod 1.5, taken from the Steam Workshop. Links for the truck mod and the map mod are in the video description. It's a 600 brake horsepower engine. We started out with 500, but that couldn't cut it, unfortunately. You probably would have had enough power, but we had an issue transferring that power down onto the gravel roads. So we swapped it out. We swapped the 500 brake 13 speed for a 600 brake 18 speed. And by the look of it, it's going to be good. It's going to be fine for the rest of the journey. We've still got some major landmarks to cover and some altitude to cover as well. We've got the Artic Pass coming up on this journey, or eventually. And we've been experimenting how best to drive on the gravel roads, how to keep momentum up on the hills, whether to let it bog down in the gearbox and drive on the torque, or whether to keep the revs high. Let's see if that's any improvement for us. The upshot yesterday, we got a lot of benefit by keeping the revs high, and it's something I'm going to continue today. I'm going to try and keep up nearer the kind of 1600 to 2000 rev range on the steep gravel inclines. Well, any incline in fact, gravel in particular. I did a little bit of research yesterday offline, and I found some interesting videos from truck drivers. Hello, you haven't got enough time to overtake me. There's someone coming. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. There we go. Yeah, I found some interesting videos yesterday. An American trucker driving his rig in the snow and the hilly areas. Keep those revs up, come on. Keep those revs up. So I should have got into higher revs before we really got on that hill. I failed to do so. I'll keep it there for the next one though. Yeah, so this video the guy was explaining his method of getting up the snowy hills. And he made some good points. Doesn't really seem to matter. There we go, third, Lowe's caught it. Not a great speed. How fast are we going? 13 miles per hour. Okay, never mind. And this trucker's take on it was, if he keeps the revs high, close to the rev limiter, if the wheels start losing grip, then all that's going to happen is he's going to jump maybe a couple of hundred RPM. Instead of, if he was bogged down low in the rev range, he might jump, you know, 600 or 700 RPM. So if the wheels slip and the engine just increases speed a little bit, then you can feather the throttle and get the wheels to catch again. And he's not going to slide out, he's not going to suddenly kick, and the engine's going to just massively over rev. And that kind of made sense to me. I see where he was coming from. Admittedly, he also talked about sticking the diff locks on, which would be nice, but sadly we can't do on these model trucks. I'm driving an 8x6 chassis, and the rear two axles are both driven, which no doubt we'll see when we start spinning the wheels on the gravel. But yeah, for some reason on the 500 brake horsepower engine, even with the 18-speed box, I tried that combination first. We were getting into situations where we had to hit low gear, crawler gear, and the wheels were just spinning and not getting any traction. Possibly my bad driving, probably my bad driving, let's be fair. But when I changed to the 600 brake engine, it enabled us to tackle the same sort of slope in a slightly higher gear, and that just led to better traction. So the aim for today, as well as just driving north on these lovely, lovely roads, is to take any landmarks on the way and have a look around. There's not many turn-offs and places to explore on this map. It is all about the journey north to south between Fairbanks and Deadhorse. Like I say, yesterday we had a couple of interesting diversions. Maybe we will today as well. Oh, what's this sign? See if I can read it in time. Gobblers Knob. Now, I read about this place. I read about this place and then I forgot. I'm trying to do my tour guide bit. Point out the interesting landmarks and places of significance on the way. And I've just failed. I'm prepared for Coldfoot, I'm prepared for Wiseman. I'm prepared for Pump Station 5, but I think we may have passed that already. So regarding the speed limits, I have traffic offences turned off. That was originally a mistake, but I'm going to keep with it because there is an excess of police vehicles on this map. Just the way the engine works, it seems to like spawning them in. So yes, the speed is a little on the high side, but I keep saying this over and over again, but it is all about the average speed. While we've got tarmac, while we've got relatively straight roads, I'm inclined to push on a bit and just make up the distance while I can. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of occasions when we're sat doing 5 or 10 miles an hour up a hill, crawling up there being passed by everybody else. So while I can, we're going to take advantage of the roads. Have I got time to pass this guy? Let's have a little look. It's a bit blind, it's a bit blind. Having a look, having a look, having a look. Is that a truck up ahead? Yeah, I think it is. Let's abandon that. Oh, he's coming the other way. I could have taken that. Okay. He's going our direction. He wasn't coming towards us. Oh well. Oh well. I should put my glasses on, shouldn't I? There he is. What's this? Something Creek. Prospect Creek? Okay. Oh, got a fairly sharp turn there by the look of it. Ah, immediately on a hill. Awesome. Just to make things slightly more tricky. Side road down there. Nothing sign. Wow, look, open expanse. See the pipeline in the distance to our right. Little road on our right, presumably a service road to go and reach the pipeline. Although this entire route is really kind of a service road for the pipeline, to be fair. So was that the last tree? There's a point on the route where the trees run out. Well, that's not strictly. Oh, we've got a nice little area up there looks like a pumping station, maybe? Yes, I say the trees run out. Ah, Prospect Creek. Ah, okay. Maybe then. Can we go up there and have a little look? I don't want to ruin our chances of getting back onto the road. Let's have a little look. Of course, you can't zoom in any further because it's just a busted map. Let's go and look anyway. Oh, got a nice little climb up there. Look at that. Oh boy. Pump Station 5. Ah, this is Pump Station 5. Right, this one's a bit special as I understand it. It's called a pump station, but it doesn't actually pump the oil. It slows it down. There you go, wheel spinning. See if we can see that. Rear two axles are spinning fast. You can't quite see it there. That's what's happening. I'll try and get the revs higher. Yeah, so the purpose of this station is to slow the oil down because it's done a massive downhill journey and the gravity's accelerated the flow of liquid. This is a clever little way of siphoning some of that liquid off and reapplying it back to the general flow to reduce the velocity. That's my understanding of it. This is quite nicely done. Haha, storage containers are numbered, that's nice. Got a bit of a road network around here. What's around here? The size of those things, are they pipe handlers? They look like they can carry big chunks of pipe, don't they? And then suddenly we come onto a road network seemingly without purpose. What's something at the end? What's up the end? This is going to increase our schedule. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'd really like to know what's out here. Is that a company point? What is this? It's nothing. Looks like it might be a company drop-off, but there's no... Don't know. Oh! Invisible wall. Thank you very much. Clearly we shouldn't have come in here then. The old trailer brake thing. Let's see if we can get out of here without hitting that wall again. Okay. Alrighty, so that's Prospect Creek and Pump Station 5. Let's get back on the main road now. Main road. What counts for a main road up here? I wonder if this is planned for an addition to the map at some stage. It's nicely done though. Got some custom models by the look of it. So yes, back to the trees. As I was saying, there's a point on the route where the trees just die out basically. They can't grow. We're coming further north, although this is the summer map. We are in the Arctic Circle now. I'll make it. There we go. So the permafrost is quite close to the surface, and that prevents trees from being able to... Oh no, there's trees there, look at that. There you go, call me a liar, it's just a nice wide open plain. So we're not there yet then, but the principle holds. There'll be a place where the trees are unable to grow in the ground properly. They can't get their roots deep enough because of the permafrost. So you only get kind of scrub bush and plants and things like that growing. But it appears we aren't there yet. But it certainly seems like this area's got some room for expansion. The little roads coming off. That's kind of exciting. I'm not sure that the guy that wrote this map, or created this map, hawkbs, I'm not sure if he's got any future expansion plans. Reading the forum thread about the map, it seems like he's had to slow down a little bit. He had an absolutely mad rush and releasing updates like crazy. Updating it for new patches of the game when they came out. When SCS do their old trick of changing the game structure so significantly that old mods won't work. He's been on top of that, he's been keeping this map going, and it's great to see. He's got a good following in the forums as well. But I wonder if there's any future expansion. The one-to-one scale is a brilliant idea. I absolutely love it. And that's echoed by a lot of people as well. They love the idea. Oh, police car. Police car. You know. Nothing to see here. That was not a truck breaking the speed limit. Oops. Yeah, the one-to-one map scale is a great thing to drive on. It just puts the realism level up to a massive degree. When you look at the jobs and you go, okay, 10 miles. I did a 10-mile job on day one. That's the second job. That was the longer job of the two, in fact. And normally in ATS, you know, you wouldn't even really get a 10-mile job. It's far too short. What's the stock game scale? It's 1 to 35, is it, I think, at the moment? Before the big map rescale. I mean, SES have obviously appreciated the fact because they are reducing the overall scale of the vanilla maps. Or states, maybe. Maps is probably the wrong word. But 1-to-1 is fantastic. Although, just this kind of 450 odd mile stretch of road expands out to about 1.2 gigabytes, I think, on the disk. So I don't know what the limitations are with the database size for the map in the game. But I suspect we'll be hitting those limits after too long. But then thinking about it, Pro Mods for ETS2, what's that? That expands to 3 gig or so, does it? I know it takes a long time to load as a result. Oh god, we're committed. We're committed. That's a bit naughty. This is the longest, smoothest, flattest stretch of road I've seen since the city. Well, no, I've seen full stop, because the city wasn't this long. Yeah, I mean, the first job we took was a 2-miler, I think. I think it was. 2-mile job. And when you're sitting around Fairbanks and you're looking at the jobs, some of them are measured in yards. Like 500 yards, 800 yards. Which just seems like madness. You just don't... You can't get your head around it when you're used to the normal game. But when you drive it, it takes 5-10 minutes to do. And it's a short little hop. You get a few $100 reward. And you just think, yeah, this kind of makes sense. Our second job was a 10-miler. I think we drove about 11 in the end. And that took 20 minutes. A real 20 minutes. It's just, yeah, it makes perfect sense. It really does. Obviously, you can't have the entire USA mapped 1-to-1 scale. Certainly not given the speed SES turnaround map updates anyway. That's slightly harsh. They do produce quality work, but it does seem to take them quite a long time. Jam River? Didn't quite catch that. Climbing a bit again, here we go. I mean, even if the kind of main states could be mapped 1-to-1, forgetting the amount of work that would have to go into it, driving across them would literally take you days. I'm sure there are people that would love to do it. In fact, there are people that use this particular map as their main profile, as it were. So they use this map to do jobs and build experience on. I mean, I love the map, but I'm not sure if I could face driving up and down the same stretch of road repeatedly. I mean, hell, there's people that do it in real life, I guess. They earn their money driving this road. I'm sure that must be the case. But it begs the question, how far do you want to take your simulation? Right, we're not really going to get an opportunity to overtake this guy. The road's climbing. I'm foot to the floor in 17th. Well, I think we just hand back. If we get an open stretch, maybe, if it's a bit flatter, we might consider a pass. But I'm just worried that since we come to a reasonable incline, the guy in front's going to pull away like I'm standing still. A bit like now, maybe. So I suppose we should have a look at the current job details. What have we got? 2 hours 26 driving time remaining. We've actually improved a little bit there, have we, on the average? Because we took a detour around pump station 5. We've been driving for 32 minutes. Yeah, actually, I think we were on target for doing a proper hour, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, we've had a nice, fast run so far. That's going to do us well for the remaining legs of this journey. So 93 miles to go, 2 hours 25. We have got 15 hours remaining to do it. What are we doing? We're taking these to the Alaska Department of Transportation. I suppose it could be a sensible fit. That's not too bad. The other things to worry about, how we're doing for fuel. Fuel is obviously fine because everything's 1-to-1 scale. But this says 1,700 odd miles remaining. Let's have a quick zoom in now. 1,798 mile tank range remaining. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Stick that back to there. Now we've got a bit of an open stretch here. I wonder. I should have put my foot down about a quarter of a mile ago, but Big State Logistics. Is that a Carlisle truck, that kind of blue? I need to research when we're going to reach the Artic Pass. I think I might need to mentally prepare myself for that. That's going to be a long, long climb. It's probably going to be quite slow. Yeah, whatever episode we reach that in, the average speed there is going to drop significantly. The road's been tarmacked for a surprisingly long distance as well. I mean, yesterday and the day before it was in patches. I guess mostly gravel, some tarmac. It's the other way today. Traffic density is possibly getting thinner as well. Which is probably realistic. The settings have been tweaked. It's more trucks and more 4x4s and things as we work our way up. That is quite possibly another police car in front of me. Which sucks. And we're coming to an incline. Nothing to see here. Don't think I dare stick my nose out on this guy though. Where's the road go? I think it crests about there, so yeah. Really use discretion there, I think. Really use some discretion. Let's fall back a little bit, get a decent view. Is that a crest or is it just draw distance? I think that's draw distance. Ah, we can see more. We can see more. There we go. Should make an effort to keep the speed sensible, but I'm going to regret touching the Jake brake now. It's lost us some oomph up this hill. So everything about the truck should be in good condition. We bought this new in Fairbanks, which was 260 miles ago. Look at that. We have managed to bounce off a couple of invisible walls at slow speed. So I'm trusting that's not done too much damage. Steep hill warning. Try and watch the speed. We appear to have a reasonably sharp right hand turn down which is presumably the bottom of the hill. Right, Jake brakes on maximum. That's kind of holding us, that's okay. Road's flattening out, reduce the intensity. There we go, take that off. We can make this turn, no problems. Another long climb coming by the look of it though. What are we passing here then? This is something river. Oops, sorry, blue car. Kind of, that's nice. That's nicely done. We seem to have crossed the pipeline again. The pipe's now left. I keep missing those crossings. Oh, this is a long climb. Look at this. Oops. With a badly done gear change. Now we try and keep the revs high. I promised we'd try and keep the revs high. Let's see if we can hold our speed. I don't want to be sitting here at 10 miles an hour or whatever it is. Of course the next down change does involve 5th to 4th, which is... hello. Oh no, 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 this is, I can't do an overtake. There's an oncoming truck. Son of a gun. And now you're in the wrong place. Ah, I could perhaps have got an overtake on the hill there. But we're getting right close to the crest now, not down. I might have to change it to 1 high just to be safe. Well, that was annoying. We were keeping a pace up there for a change. Oh well. White truck's pulled in now. He's got nowhere to go. Or he shouldn't on the blind crest. Timing just didn't quite work for us there. Never mind. So my reluctance to go between 5th to 4th on the gearbox on the way up there, I'm using an Eaton Fuller 18 speed. I'm actually using a proper gear stick from this KRS shifter. It sounds a little bit sad, but going from 5th to 4th involves flicking the toggle switch, then changing down the box, physical movement. And when you're desperate and you want to climb and you want to get the revs increased, it's very easy to rush the gear change, grind the gears, which I did once, as you heard, and generally screw it up. Okay. So I've got a little track IR pause button, which works quite nicely. I can just touch it with my little finger on my keyboard. But for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure I haven't moved my head, it does pop when I switch it back on. A little pop in. Right, if we can get the U-Haul on the straight, I think we should. Because we're clearly faster than it going uphill. But our acceleration on the straight is nowhere near comparable, but my willingness to abuse the speed limit is greater than his. No, there's a bit of a turn coming up there. Let's not do that. Seriously. Make an effort, you. Come on. Let's have a little look. Have a little look. Looks okay. Yep. Okay. We'll take that. That's okay. Now we appear to have a rig and a coach and a gradient warning, so let's start slowing things down before it gets too stressful. Whoa, that's a big drop. Big drop, that's a prime overtake. Just on gravity alone. Really shouldn't be doing this. But gravity assisted overtake. Gravity assisted takeover? Dear me. I haven't been drinking. It is only 10:30 in the morning. But the roads are remarkably straight at the moment. The amount of distance we're going to cover today will be artificially high, unfortunately. Looking back, episode 1 we covered 30 odd miles. No, not even that, I lied, we covered 16 miles on day 1. Episode 2 we covered another 31 miles. And these are all about an hour long. The one after that we covered 43 miles. Then 32, then another 32, that's funny, didn't plan that. Then we had a good day, we got 38, and on episode 7, just prior to this one, he says, coming up to rather a sharp corner, way too quickly, we covered 40 miles dead. So yesterday was actually one of the better days, and I suspect today, given the pace we're doing, we're going to have another good one. Oh, I'm trying to turn my head to look, see if it's safe to pull in. And track IR was turned off. Oops. How about this guy? Can we do this guy as well? Not sure. Anything coming? Don't think so. Looks good. burst of power. Job done. There we go. So what's the mileage on the truck? 270 now. That means we have... What have we done? 38 miles already. Wow. And I'm still going to do about 10 minutes of driving. About that. Before we end the episode. I think that's probably fair. That's going to leave us... See, we dropped under the 2 hours remaining already. That's nice. So we can build ourselves a bit of a buffer. I'll be happy with that. Okay. If we anticipate the road's going to get much worse on our way up to Chandilar station, if we can build ourselves in a bit of a buffer now, that could well work in our favour. Really going too fast now. No justification for this. And that's on a bend. That's not a good overtake. Not happy with that. Poor use of roadcraft there. Doesn't like 7 to 6, come on. 7th to 6th. Rush that one. Is that the moon in the sky behind us? Or is that just a very weak sun? It's probably the sun, because look at the shadows in the cab. It would kind of be behind our 7 o'clock position. That's about right, I guess. In fact, it's drawn differently in the mirror. Look, in the mirror, it's a distinct circle. If you look out, we get the lens flare effect. That's the sun behind us, okay. I mean, what is it? It's 5:55. That is PM. Okay, just checking. Time progression hasn't been linear across all the episodes because I've had to wait around trying to find suitable jobs at a couple of occasions. So although we've driven approximately 7 hours worth, that has been spread across maybe 6 or 7 days, purely on waiting around for jobs and for the market to refresh. Actually, it reminds me I need to start uploading episode 7 to YouTube. I rendered it last night, but the upload will be today. So I'm going to try and start behaving myself with regards to speed limits, I think. And when I say behave myself, I'll probably stick to a voluntary 10 mile per hour over the posted on the higher limits, rather than blatting along at 70 or 80. And there's a trooper's car in front of me, so probably won't overtake that now. Although if he slows down anymore, I'm going to change my mind. Come on. Oh, you're just trolling me now. Come on. You're going slower and slower. You're thinking, I know what the truck speed limit is. Let's slow him down. Just before we come to a hill. Yeah, of course. Okay. Thanks for that. Actually, it's more of a challenge to keep to the speed limit, I guess. On the long stretches of road with this 600 brake engine, it's fairly easy to overtake. Try and discipline myself and keep to the speed limit. But I notice we have hit an hour, so I think we're going to pull over, let that trooper disappear, and perhaps see if we can catch him up on the next episode. And park under a tree. We can stop for a cup of tea. Nice, there we go. Very scenic. Excellent, so let's have a quick look on how far we've come. Where are we? Where are we? We appear to be just outside of Coldfoot. Damn, that would possibly have been a good place to stop. I should have checked first, shouldn't I? What do we do? Do we push on to Coldfoot or do we stay here? No, we stay here. We'll save Coldfoot for next episode. So there we go, folks. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that. We got to see a couple of things. We looked around Pump Station 5. We looked around Prospect Creek. And we managed to make some good time on the roads on this leg. Not particularly impressed that it's pushing on so hard. Maybe we'll slow it down a bit. Try not to abuse the speed limits quite so much. That would be better, I think. But yes, we've made good time today. That is the one best thing about it. So we should be on to completing this particular trip within the next 2 episodes, which is fantastic. So there we go. You know what to do, folks. Thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment, please. Let me know what you think. And yes, I shall see you on the next episode. So take it easy, all. Happy trucking, and bye for now.